On Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant in just about everything he does. And I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a #1 receiver, but he plays that #2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. Give him 22 on that one. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season. For various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Get up! Ready!
On second down, Freeman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Get up!
Ryan now to throw on third down. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Play clock winding down. Gabriel, the man in motion. Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And an alley to run. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my #1 target.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell from 3 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And Tammy with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They come up in an offset eye, and the back goes into motion. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll give the Steelers a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to work. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 101 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. There goes Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting through. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Freeman again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Finding time. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
So the screen good for only two. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down now following the completed pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Coates. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. This will be caught at the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's got his tight end. It's Green for the Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
A reverse is never called just to get 1 or 2 yards. It's often called to get a big play. The defense was having none of it on that one. They sniffed it out and stuffed it.
All right, here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Over the middle here to Coates. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Freeman again, a first down carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the throw across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So 2nd and 10 here.
Easy, easy.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, it's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. On third down, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Back now in Pittsburgh, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Shift together here from the D-line.
Beat these two. Side.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion left goes Jones. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Sanu, the man in motion right.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. It's hauled in by Hardy. A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Second down now after the sack. On second down, here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. Third down here. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. They find some open field here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already got...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
scores
true.
3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The give is to Bell. And able to push his way forward. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Roethlisberger will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He won't go down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A give to Bell. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defense showing blitz. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Steelers have won the game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.